Hello, today we will be presenting about our research, marine invertebrate biodiversity, effect of trees on biodiversity of marine invertebrates, presented by Group 1.
Introduction. Biodiversity can be referred to the variety of life found on Earth and the total of biological variation from the genetic levels, species levels, and to the ecosystem levels, which are the indicators that can be lost. There are 5 pressures that directly driving the loss of biodiversity, including habitat change, overexploitation, pollution, invasive alien species, and climate change, which the main contributor of this pressure is tourism.
Therefore, we will study the biodiversity of the place where there is high number of tourists and compare with biodiversity of the place where there is lower number of tourists and see if there are any differences between them. Moreover, we also study the differentiation of biodiversity between mudflat and rocky beach. Research question: how tourists affect the biodiversity of marine invertebrates? What are the differences of biodiversity between mudflat and rocky beach?
Hypothesis: a place that has less tourists should find more biodiversity than a place that has more tourists. Mudflat should have more biodiversity than rocky beach.
Study site and methodology. For our research site, we divided it into 3 different places, which are mudflat around Supalai Beach, rocky beach on Haight Island, and mudflat around Sapan Hin Park. First, establish 3 90 meters line transect 10 meters apart. Second, place 50 cm times 50 cm quadrant along the line transect. Third, observe, record, and take picture of the organisms. Fourth, use the hand scoop shovel to dig 15 cm depth into the substrate. Fifth, sieve the soil through 2 mm and 1 mm respectively. And 6. Observe, record, and take picture of the organisms. First, establish 3 10 meters line transects 5 meters apart. Second, place 50 centimeters times 50 centimeter quadrant along the line transect. And third, observe, record, and take picture of the organisms.
Study size and methodology. First, establish 3 50-meter line transect 5 meters apart. Second, place 50 cm cross 50 cm quadrant along the line transect. Third, observe, record, and take picture of the organism. Fourth, use the hand scoop shovel to dig 15 cm deep into the substrate. Fifth, sieve the soil through 2 mm and 1 mm respectively. Sixth, observe, record, and take picture of the organism.
Equipment we use 3 quadrant, measuring tape, T-strip with 1 and 2 mm match size each, hand scoop, and cell phone.
Data collection. This is example picture of our research work. Data analysis. Channel weather index was used to describe the biodiversity index of the organism in each area. T-test was used to compare the mean of channel weather index between mudflat with high tourist and low tourist, and to compare the channel weather index between mudflat and rocky beach.
These are what we found.
And now come to the results. In low tourist mudflat at Supalai Beach, we found that the biodiversity increases as the distance from the sea increases. This might because there was quite strong tides, which could move the marine invertebrate to be consolidated at the furthest point from the sea. Moreover, according to the right bar chart, which shows the number of organisms and species, we found that the farthest point of the sea, there were the highest number of organisms and species, which were in the same pattern as showing in the biodiversity data.
For high tourist place at Sapan Hin Park, we found that at the distance of 25 meters has the highest biodiversity index and the lowest at 50 meters. Moreover, at the 0, 25 and 20 meters from the sea, we found 4, 4 and 2 species respectively. We then compare biodiversity index between low tourist and high tourist place and found that low tourist place got higher biodiversity index than high tourist place without significantly different.
We also studied the biodiversity of the rocky beach and found that there at the 5 meter from the sea got the highest biodiversity, but at 10 meter from the sea, there was no biodiversity at all since we cannot find any organism there. About the right bar chart, at 0 meter from the sea, we found 3 species, and at 5 meter, we also found 3 species.
This slide shows the biodiversity of mudflat and rocky beaches.
Our conclusion: as the number of tourists increase, biodiversity decrease and vice versa. Second is the environment of each different place. Mudflats, for example, usually have higher biodiversity and number of the organisms than a rocky beach. Thank you for listening and watching.